And discipline is when you take the battery of willpower and you squirt that extra juice to make up the difference. Your motivation's only getting you so far. Usually it's far enough. Sometimes it's not. How do you bridge this gap? You bridge it with something called discipline.
But what it takes is a discipline. Everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to.
There are constructs in our mind that may tell us it's easier to oversleep or not go to the gym, but at the end of the day, discipline can be practiced. Discipline is easy. It's not difficult.
But for some reason, I think when it comes to internal stuff, willpower, habits, discipline, because you can't see it, because it's inbuilt.
Yep.
In a way, it feels like it's part of your sense of self, and I think that limits maybe people's understanding of how much they can move that and lift the ceiling.
We think that discipline sucks, like not getting to eat everything you want, not getting to do everything you want. We think discipline is a punishment, but actually nobody has a shittier life than a person who has no self-control, no boundaries, no rules.
What are you gonna get without discipline? Are you gonna be in good physical shape without discipline? Are you gonna be financially successful without discipline? No. If you wanna make progress in your life, you gotta have discipline.
Mm-hmm. It's a discipline, it's a regimen, it was a choice I made. And the choice I made was, what are you willing to sacrifice and what are you willing to give up to find every bit of who you are as a human being? And I was willing to give up everything to do that.
There is a bridge from what you see in your head to what you hold in your hand. And that bridge is called discipline. We're talking about pressing and pushing towards something despite difficulty, despite delay, despite distractions, despite the doubters, despite the naysayers. This is somebody who perseveres, who has an unwavering tenacity to achieve what it is that they see in their head. We do what we hate like we love it. That's what discipline looks like.
Okay, what you need to know about discipline is 3 things. If you do the 3 things from the next part of this video, you can accomplish anything you want to in life. Okay, so write this down. 3 things. The first one starts with the importance of getting enough sleep and planning your day the night before. You can't be disciplined if you're tired and if you don't have a clear plan for your day. So the first thing I need you to hear is to get enough sleep and make a plan for your day.
Sleep is this tremendously important period of life because it resets our ability to be focused, alert, and emotionally stable in the wakeful period. So we can't really talk about wakefulness, focus, motivation, mood, well-being without thinking about sleep.
Optimizing what we're doing during the day is going to help us to actually sleep better at night. And that's really the key. So one of my tenets is that a good night of sleep starts the moment that you wake up in the morning.
Until you are sleeping long enough and deeply enough, 80% of the nights of your life, you are functioning suboptimally.
And what's the biggest risk then if we're not getting enough sleep?
There are a number of risks to not getting enough sleep. Deficits in learning, deficits in the immune system, or disruption of hormones, disruption of gut microbiome, increased cancer risk. There are a bunch of things. So we need to sleep enough. Now, what's enough sleep? Has been argued it's 6 hours, other people it's 7 hours, other people it's 8 hours. It's basically waking up without an alarm clock and feeling rested.
Okay, the second thing I need you to hear is the importance of time blocking your day and especially your morning. Don't miss this one. It's not about making long to-do lists. It's about being very intentional with your day.
What does your morning routine look like at the moment?
Morning routine is wake up, try and get as much natural light as you can in the morning hours, whenever it is that is for you, especially the first 3 hours after waking. I hydrate, I drink water, and then I do everything I can to not do email, not do social media, and to take care of a few critical tasks. These days, I have this obsession with trying to do one cognitively hard thing a day, and one physically hard thing a day. I try and get my brain into kind of a linear mode. I try and narrow that aperture Because if I don't, the distraction that's created by social media and interactions with others can kind of wick out into the rest of the day. So I'm not necessarily trying to finish something in that time, but I try and do something challenging. I experience great pleasure from battling through something mentally challenging. But this is something I observed in myself, which is that from 6 a.m. until noon, my brain is very capable, my body is very capable of doing certain things far more easily than at other times of the 24-hour cycle. So I consider that sort of the first phase of my day. Sometimes I'm up by 6, sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 8, usually it's about 6:30. So I consider that one opportunity block. The second opportunity block is between noon, or because I eat lunch typically around noon, between 1 and 6 p.m. So second opportunity block. And then the third is between 6 p.m. and bedtime, which for me typically is 10:30, but sometimes late. I mean, you have to live. I mean, come on. So what I started to realize is that I can do really focused work in 2, but not 3 of those blocks consistently. I also noticed that if I exercise like between 6 a.m. and before 9 a.m., I have more energy all day long. But if I exercise starting at 9 or starting at 10, the second opportunity block is diminished. I'm kind of dragging. So I'm very aware of the fact that I get sort of 2 opportunities from these 3 blocks. Mm-hmm. So I do think that people could benefit tremendously, not necessarily by following the schedule that I follow, but by paying attention to their natural cognitive and physical rhythms.
You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m., but you do need to block your day and understand when your most productive periods are. Okay, on to the last important piece of advice. Don't miss this one. Okay, here it is. Strive to be an emotionally mature person. And one way of doing that is by forcing yourself to do hard things. Practice discomfort every single day.
The emotionally immature man seeks out motivation to do something hard one time. The emotionally mature man uses discipline to do something hard 1,000 times. Why is emotional maturity related to motivation and discipline?
Because when you have emotional maturity, you realize that some days you're not going to sleep well. Some days you're going to wake up and you've got your schedule and everything's planned out. And whether things go well or not that day, the emotionally mature man will still do what he has to do to stack his wins, to focus on his purpose. Whereas the emotionally immature man will say, well, I didn't sleep well, I had nightmares, so I'll stay in bed. Or it's raining outside, it's cold outside, I don't feel good. You have to stay the course no matter what. And it takes a high level of emotional maturity because your emotions dictate your motion, like what you're gonna do. And so if you have emotional maturity, you're more likely to lean into discipline when things are suboptimal. If you lack emotional maturity, then how you feel determines what you do next, which is very damaging to outcome-driven humans.
You need to understand how your brain works. Doing hard things builds your brain and your ability to be disciplined.
Most people don't know this, but there's a brain structure called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. But what's interesting about this brain area is there are now a lot of data showing that when people do something they don't want to do, like add 3 hours of exercise per day or per week, this brain area gets bigger. Yep. In many ways, scientists are starting to think of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex not just as one of the seats of willpower, right, but perhaps actually the seat of the will to live.
See, now we're talking.
All the data point to the fact that we can build this area up, yep, but that as quickly as we build it up, if we don't continue to invest in things that are hard for us, that we don't want to do, that's the part that feels so Goggins-esque to me, that we don't want to do. Like if you love the ice bath, you go from 1 minute to 10 minutes, guess what? Your anterior mid-cingulate cortex did not grow.
None.
But if you hate the cold water, if you're afraid of drowning and you get into water and put your head under, then your anterior mid and survive, then the anterior mid-cingulate cortex gets bigger. It's that I don't want to do something, but do it anyway.
That's right.
That grows this area.
That's how I've lived my entire life. I don't know anything about that. But people go, man, you have such a strong will. It's something that you build. There's several days I don't want to do shit. I procrastinate like a motherfucker. This is one of those days, man. I put my shoes and my socks and my shorts on every day. Woke up this morning, just stared at them. didn't want to do shit, didn't know why I was doing the shit. A lot of times we forget just how badass we are. So what I do, and I've done for so many years, I write down. I've been writing, so this book right here, this is just about a 3-year book, but I've been writing down for years what I do. So I open up to a page today, look at it, and I go through, looking at 18 miles, 16 miles, 17 miles, 15 miles, 16, 116 mile week, 123 mile week, 20, 18, 16, all by myself, training alone, fucking push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, all this shit I write down here to remind me of the work I put into the craft that is myself. So we have to always remember our purpose will always be there. I have nothing in front of me right now. No race, no nothing. But the purpose is myself. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. On those bad days, when you think that you're alone, you just might be. Because you know why? No one else wants to fucking do it. So you be the motherfucker that always gets it done. Stay hard.
Now here's the key to discipline. Start with the little disciplines, get excited over the little disciplines, and get right on those because those will lead to the big ones. You can't handle the big challenges in life unless you take on the little ones. Make a list of all the things you can do, get right on those, discipline yourself for those, both for the results and for the muscle and for the practice, so that when life hands you some big challenges, you'll be ready, you'll have the muscle. But see, if you don't handle the small ones, you can't take care of the big ones.
When I was growing up, I was a lazy kid. Everybody goes, how did you get to where you're at today? How did you get to where you're running 200 miles at one time in 39 hours? Being so disciplined. It started off, honestly, with recognizing that my bedroom was dirty. My bed wasn't made. I lived a sloppy life. So I took very small increments in my life. I started making my bed. I started cleaning my room. I saw that the yard needed to be mowed. So instead of being told it needed to be mowed, I would mow it. I started doing things, coming outside of my lazy ways to become better. And through a period of time, your brain doesn't like it, but it starts to realize this is a new way of thinking. We are now doing things that we are uncomfortable doing. We are doing things that we don't want to do. So the brain starts to slowly grow.
Let me tell you something most people never hear in their whole life. You are not tired, you are undisciplined. That's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. In America, people blame everything: stress, school, work, childhood, the economy. But the real problem is simple: no structure, no standards, no discipline. You want a better body? Then treat your body like it matters. You want a stronger mind? Then stop feeding it garbage. You want a different life? Then stop waking up like the old version of yourself. Growth is uncomfortable. It's early mornings. It's saying no when your feelings say yes. It's grinding when nobody claps for you. And here's the beautiful part. Every small win compounds. Read 10 pages a day, train 45 minutes, plan your next move, stack that for 90 days, your entire identity changes. Self-improvement isn't motivation, it's management. Managing your time, your habits, your emotions, your environment. You become a man who follows through, a man who does the hard things first, a man who doesn't fold when life gets loud. Stay consistent long enough, and one day you'll look back and realize something powerful. You didn't just change your habits, you changed your character. You rebuilt yourself.